Apple just leaked something massive. A brand new iMac Pro is coming in 2026, and it could cost over $5,000. If you're planning a major desktop upgrade, this changes everything. Let's break down whether this premium tech investment is worth the wait, or if you should pull the trigger on something else right now. Apple hasn't made a large-screen iMac since the Intel era. That's about to change. According to recent industry reports and supply chain leaks, Apple is preparing to launch what could be called the iMac Pro or iMac Ultra. This isn't just a spec bump. This is a complete repositioning of what an all-in-one Mac can be. The timing makes perfect sense when you look at Apple's current desktop lineup. The Mac Pro has been quietly discontinued. The Mac Studio has taken over as the modular powerhouse. But there's a gap now. A massive gap for professionals who want desktop-class performance without the mess of cables and external displays. That's exactly what this new iMac aims to solve. Let's talk screen size first. The current iMac sits at 24 inches. It's beautiful, but it's limiting for serious creative work. The new iMac Pro is rumored to feature a display between 30 and 32 inches. That's closer to the old 27-inch iMac Pro, but with modern bezels and updated design language. For video editors, photographers, and designers, that extra real estate isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. You're not just getting more pixels. You're getting a workspace that eliminates the need for secondary monitors in most scenarios. That's a direct value proposition that justifies a higher price point right from the start. Now let's get into the display technology itself. This is where things get expensive and exciting. Multiple sources suggest Apple is testing OLED panels for this iMac. If true, this would be the first time Apple uses OLED in any desktop display. OLED means true blacks. It means infinite contrast ratios. It means HDR performance that current LCD panels simply cannot match. For creative professionals working with HDR video or high-end photo retouching, this is a game changer. But OLED manufacturing at this size is not cheap. Samsung and LG produce these panels, and at 30+ inches, the cost is significantly higher than traditional mini LED or standard LCD technology. This single component could add $800 to $1,200 to the base price compared to a non-OLED version. That's not speculation. That's based on current panel pricing in the commercial display market. Performance is where this machine will truly justify the Pro label. Apple is expected to equip this iMac with either the M5 Max or M5 Ultra chip. We're talking about processors that won't even exist until late 2025 or early 2026. Based on Apple's current trajectory with the M4 family, the M5 Max should deliver somewhere between 40 and 50 GPU cores and a CPU configuration with up to 16 cores. The M5 Ultra would double that with chip-to-chip interconnect technology, giving you a desktop beast that rivals or exceeds current Mac Studio performance. For context, the M4 Ultra Mac Studio expected later this year will likely start around $3,500. An iMac with M5 Ultra and a 32-inch OLED display could easily command a premium of $1,500 to $2,000 on top of that. We're looking at a starting price around $4,000 for the base M5 Max model and north of $5,000 for a fully spec'd M5 Ultra configuration with maximum RAM and storage. Let's put that investment into perspective. Right. Now, if you want a premium Apple desktop experience, you're buying a Mac Studio and pairing it with the Apple Studio display. A Mac Studio with M2 Ultra starts at $3,999. The Studio display costs $1,599. That's $5,598 for a comparable setup, and you still don't have OLED. You don't have an integrated design. You have 2 power cables, multiple Thunderbolt connections, and a setup that takes up more desk space. Suddenly, an iMac Pro at $4,500 to $5,000 doesn't look unreasonable. It looks competitive. It looks like premium tech that delivers upgrade value by consolidating your workflow into one elegant machine. Timing is critical here. Apple typically unveils major Mac updates at WWDC in June. If the iMac Pro launches in 2026, we're looking at WWDC 2026 as the announcement window with availability shortly after. That's roughly 2 years from now. The question you need to ask is whether your current setup can last that long. If you're working on an Intel-based iMac or an older Mac, The performance gap will be astronomical. You're not just getting incremental gains. You're getting generational leaps in processing power, graphics capability, and energy efficiency. But if you're on an M1 or M2 machine, the calculus changes. Those chips are still incredibly capable, and waiting 2 years might mean you're holding onto solid performance while missing out on paid work or productivity gains today. Price analysis gets interesting when you factor in depreciation and resale value. Apple products hold value better than almost any other tech category. A Mac Studio purchased today for $4,000 will likely retain 50 to 60% of its value by 2026 if you take care of it. That's $2,000 to $2,400 in resale value. Your net cost of ownership for 2 years is around $1,600 to $2,000. Compare that to waiting and buying the iMac Pro at launch. You pay nothing now, but you also lose 2 years of potential, productivity gains, software compatibility with the latest tools, and the ability to handle more demanding workloads. For professionals billing $100 to $200 per hour, even a 10% productivity boost from better hardware pays for itself in months, not years. Let's talk about who this machine is really for. Apple isn't building a $5,000 iMac for casual users. This is a workstation-class product aimed at video editors working with 8K footage, 3D artists rendering complex scenes, music producers managing massive track counts, and developers compiling large code bases. If your workflow doesn't push current hardware to its limits, this probably isn't worth the price. But if you're constantly waiting on exports, dealing with thermal throttling, or running out of RAM, this iMac Pro represents a direct return on investment. Faster render times mean more projects completed. Better thermal performance means sustained peak performance during long sessions. More unified memory means larger working sets without disk swapping. These aren't abstract performance benchmarks. These are billable hours saved. There's also the ecosystem play to consider. Apple's integration between hardware and software continues to widen the gap with Windows and Linux competitors. Features like Universal Control, Continuity Camera, and native support for Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro create workflow efficiencies that don't show up in raw benchmark numbers. If you're already invested in the Apple ecosystem with an iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch, adding a flagship iMac deepens that integration. Your investment isn't just in the hardware, it's in a seamless workflow that spans all your devices. That intangible value is hard to quantify, but very real in daily use. So what's the verdict? Should you wait for the 2026 iMac Pro or buy something now? If you're on aging Intel hardware and your work demands high performance, don't wait. Buy a Mac Studio or a current generation MacBook Pro now. The productivity gains will outweigh any future-proofing concerns. If you're on Apple Silicon already, and your current machine handles your workload comfortably, waiting makes sense. You'll get cutting-edge display technology and even better performance in 2 years. If you're specifically drawn to the all-in-one form factor and you absolutely want OLED, there's no alternative on the market. Wait for this iMac. Nothing else will deliver what Apple is promising here. Price-wise, expect $4,000 to $4,500 for base configurations and $5,500 to $6,000 for maxed-out models. That's premium tech pricing, but it's competitive when you compare it to equivalent separate components. This isn't an impulse purchase. This is a multi-year investment in your primary work tool. Make sure your budget accounts not just for the machine itself, but for AppleCare, any necessary accessories, and potential software upgrades to take full advantage of the hardware. The iMac Pro will be worth the price for the right user. The question is whether that user is you.